Hello, everybody. It is I, the one and only Rage Cage 20. I don't know why that's up. I keep forgetting to turn that down. Oh no, I'm not gonna push the pause button. First things first, right out the gate. If you, as we do on every one of these videos, just happen to stumble here by accident, you don't know what you're in for. You don't know what Skynd is. Let me give a straight up warning here right now that this is probably going to be a video that's very disturbing and could trigger you very easily. If you're not about that life, go ahead and go somewhere else. But if you're here for that like I am, then join me and what hopefully will be pure insanity. Now, yes, we are back with another Skynd video because I want to listen to them all because they're all so fucking good. We're here with Katherine Knight. Now, I'm pretty sure Katherine Knight is the last video that they made in Chapter 2. That's all we have left, by the way, is Chapter 2. We listened to all of Chapter 1 and both their singles of Columbine and Michelle Carter, starting with Michelle Carter, and worked our way around. However, I've heard just nothing but, like, hype and good about Jim Jones and Tyler Hadley? I called him Jim or Tim or something like that, and I got that mixed up with Jim, so my bad when I said that. So I want to end our current Skynd experience with those two because they sound like they the titans, like they some of the best out there. So I wanted to get Katherine done first, and then we're going to move on to those, even though Katherine I think is technically at the end of this CD, album, chapter, whatever, what have you. I read up on Katherine Knight. I read the whole damn Wikipedia, saw 10-minute-ish Australian documentary. Well, I watched 10 minutes of like a 50-minute documentary, the same one that you could find on YouTube. If you just type in Katherine Knight, you'll find it. Man, this person fucked. And by the way, for those of you who do not know my Skynd videos, if you haven't already seen the timer and whatnot, it's probably gonna be long. This is 5 minutes 50 seconds. It's probably gonna be long because we break down literally bar for bar, word for word here. We try to figure out what's going on in these videos and decipher what I really like about them. So it's gonna be long. So buckle up. Get yourself your favorite soft drinks or hard drinks if you're just coming off work, you had a hard day, you're like, oh, relax, unwind. Get yourself some snacks, some poppy corn maybe if you're feeling it. If not, like whatever snacks do it for you. Maybe you're a sweet tooth day and you're gonna pop some candy. I don't know. Get yourself some snacks, some drinks. Sit down, get ready for this because it's gonna be an event. So far from what I've listened from Skynd, which is everything except for Jim Jones, Tyler, and Katherine. So far, my favorite video has been Columbine. I think that was so well put together and so well created. Everything about it was just top notch. I think Michelle Carter's right after that, for sure. But just like so good, like so fucking good. Music, however, I actually think my favorite currently, like Michelle Carter and Columbine are like right there, like they're both like tied for second, I would say, but definitely number one so far actually has been Richard Ramirez. I really like that song. I love bumping that song. It's a great song. However, it was, if you just came off of the last one I did was Richard Ramirez, if you just came off of that, I didn't actually like the video. It's actually my least favorite video. I did not care for the video at all. But we discussed that so many times in the video that if you really want to know why I feel that way, go watch the video. So we're here with Katherine Knight. This girl, who I believe is still alive. I think it says like she's 65, in prison for life right now. Apparently was famous for being Australia's first female to get life imprisonment. Just killed one person, but had a history of violence. Literally cut this dude's head off. John Price, I believe his name was, cut his fucking head off, flayed him because she worked in pretty much what we would call a butcher shop. Or butcher fact, whatever the fuck. it is. It was pronounced something like arbitoire or something like that. I don't fucking know. Sounds French. Interesting enough. But I'm just gonna say pretty much like a butcher factory. So she was really good at skinning shit and chopping off pieces of bodies and with cows and shit, you know. And she apparently took that to a human body. Not really much else to talk about. This girl is crazy, but really what it comes down to, and I'm going to say something that might be the most potentially triggering thing I said since Michelle Carter. So prepare yourself for that. A trigger warning right here. Pew, 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 pew. Trigger warning. Pulling the trigger. Pew, pew, pew. I'm going to say something triggering here. But also, but before we get to the triggering thing, the other thing that this kind of really made me think of is just how fucked society is. Like seriously, this person gets put into a mental institute, and then like next day they're like, she's fine, now let her out, and like immediately starts like a week or two later starts cutting people, and they put her back in the hospital. Eventually they're like, she's good now, put her back out. It's like, what point do you fuckers lock up the key? Like, well, I guess after she got released again and went to a different mental institute, it was actually her stupid ass fucking like a husband at the time, I think it was, who was like, I'm gonna move back in with my mom. You know what? I'll take care of her. I'll look after her. Like, I'll make sure she doesn't do anything crazy. Release her to me. It's like, fuck. At what point are people like, lock her away, throw away the fucking key? Apparently not till she chopped off someone's fucking head do they decide, you know what? Lock her up now. After she's done something. Life. It's fantastic. But I don't really this isn't the triggering part yet. I'll get to it. But this might be a little controversial, but I do not feel bad for John Price at all. Like, not even slightly. Because he stated himself he knew about her extremely aggressive, angry outburst behavior and still wanted to be with her. I compared this to, like, there's a roller coaster at an amusement park. And this roller coaster is notorious. Like, a huge thing about it, you have to sign a waiver and everything, is that there's a 50% chance that you might die if you ride this roller coaster, but that's part of the thrill. And you fully understand that if you ride this roller coaster, you could die. And it pretty much is you being like, yeah, I'll ride it. And then you die. It's like, I can't feel bad for you. You knew what you signed up for. I can't feel bad for the fact that you died. There's even one point where he's like, told his workers, like, hey, if I don't show up to work tomorrow, Katherine killed me. But I do agree he had to go home because she would have killed his kids. Like, he was afraid that she might harm his children if he didn't get back. Like, there's no shadow of a doubt in my mind, she would have killed your kids if you did not return, just to get to you. So he kind of had to, but then it was like something like she bought black lingerie and he ended up fucking her that night before she killed him. It's just like, when you get home and found out that the kids were gone, like at a neighbor's house or something, that's when you get your fucking kids and drive the fuck away and never look back. Instead, you fuck her and then surprise that she kills you in the morning. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? God, people are stupid. So stupid. But here's the triggering part. Okay, trigger warning. Pew, pew, pew. You get it. Now, I do not like to use these words. I never like to use these words because they're a horrible thing that you can say to another human being. Going on record saying this is a horrible thing that you could say to another human being, and that's why whenever people say this just nonchalantly in like MOBA games or just online games and stuff like that, it really upsets me, because it's like that you should never get to the point where you say this to another human being, because it's just not okay. It's never okay to tell someone to kill himself. Okay? Like, that's just not fucking okay, because you don't know how fragile of a human being that is, and that's just so fucking horrible to say to another human being. Just throwing that out there. With that being said, I'm not necessarily saying go kill yourself. What I'm saying here is that if you are in a relationship with somebody, whether you're married or not, and it's abusive as fuck, right? And you're either extremely like rape, beating each other, like straight up abusive relationship, and you're either thinking about having a kid, or one of you gets pregnant, you should kill yourselves, so that you can save humanity, really, if you think about it. Because every single person I've read up on, every single one of almost every, like without fail, every single true crimes thing that you read about, if you look up, none of them start off with they had a perfectly normal, healthy childhood. There was nothing wrong with childhood. We don't know how they got here. None of them. Every fucking one is like there was huge abuse and dysfunctionality in the family. Witnessed with Katherine here, witnessed her mom being raped again and again, saw them beating on each other. It's like, this is how we get here, people. So honestly, do the world a favor so we don't get more fucking Richard Ramirez's, more Katherine Knights, so we can maybe stop this trend of true crime. And then some people are like, but then what are we going to watch? Just seriously, if you either think, like, seriously considering, like, we should have a child, or one of you accidentally gets pregnant due to the, I don't know, 10 rapings a day or whatever the fuck it was, which, by the way, like, I can maybe have sex 2 or 3 times throughout the course of a day, and then I'm like, I'm good for a day or 2, maybe even 3. Like, who's like, I need to fuck 10 times a day? Who the hell's that horny? Who's that horny? Goddamn. Like, you should be going for some records or something. Like, you should become a porn star, like, straight up. Like, if you can go like 10 times a day, like, you should be a porn star. Like, get out of here. Anyways, yeah, like, it's like, so we don't have more of these people, you should just off yourself. Like, just do the world a favor, truly, because that's always, every single time when you see someone who's fucked up, it's like, look back to the parents. There it is. That's why. Every fucking time. We need to stop, people. Really, the whole world should just be sterilized, like we mentioned before, but I digress. Anyways, so I'm a little nervous about this video here itself, Katherine Knight. Not because it's going to be fucked up. I'm looking forward to that. I'm afraid that it's not going to be fucked up enough. If you're following me here, because just like Richard Ramirez was like, they got a lot of material here to work with. But then I was very disappointed with the Richard Ramirez, because I feel like they didn't go there hard enough. So I'm a little afraid that they're like, with a plethora of fucking material that they can draw for this song, I'm afraid that they're not going to go hard enough. But who knows? This is later. This is out of chapter 1. This is right before they made like Columbine, where they went there, and Michelle Carter, which they did it very artfully and very beautifully. So like, this should be there, right? This should be at that level. So I'm hoping I won't be disappointed. Without further ado, sorry for the long intros. That's just, you know, as I've mentioned, every fucking Skynd song, it's gonna be a long intro. It's gonna be a long video. Buckle up, get your corn, get your drink. Let's go. Fucking Katherine fucking Knight. Okay, not gonna push the play button, the space bar, because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna click. Ooh, yeah, I'm ready. I hear whispers in my ear. Volume up. Hold on. It's almost like a jump scare. I wasn't ready for that. God, still 14 seconds. Wow. Okay. Every time, you know, I gotta go to the eyes, wipe away the insanity that I just saw. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, well, hey. First thing I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go the good. Gonna go the good here. Gonna go the good. Video better. Better than Richard Ramirez, in my opinion. I feel like this was on track of not glorifying Katherine, which was good. And you know, they definitely went there, but they didn't like go like hardcore slasher fucked up stuff, which again is expected. Music, however, I gotta say the video was really well done. The music, however, like I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. You know, I was like, it was okay. It was okay. Sorry if part of the, I mean, it was pretty much over, but sorry if part of the ending there cut a little bit out because I didn't notice my face flash in and out. It's probably because I was talking for too long in the beginning. I'm sorry. But yeah, just I don't know. I was waiting for it to kind of drop, and when it did drop, it wasn't like what I was expecting. It wasn't like that sick fucking drop in most of their songs, actually. Well, the first two that comes to my mind is Columbine and Gary. Yeah, no, and then Eliza Lamb and Richard Ramirez. They have a drop in like every song. A little bit of Michelle Carter too, yeah. And I was expecting the drop, and when the drop came, it just wasn't much of a drop, you know. It just didn't really kick the song up a notch. It just kind of stayed around the same level of energy and just got a little bit more passionate. But I was like about it. But yeah, no, like there was some parts about the backing to it, the production work on the music itself. But for the words, the lyrics, the song part, it just didn't really do it for me. It just didn't really have any oomph. I don't know. We're gonna go through it here a little bit again. But just, I don't know. It was kind of weird. Good video, like one of the only Skynd songs that I'm just like, don't know if I'm gonna listen to this again, which has not happened yet. You know, it's just like it was just so okay for me, and I don't know what that's about. But then again, I haven't really heard anyone when they're listing like, oh yeah, these songs from Skynd. Like no one really says Katherine Knight. So that could be why. It could be the music. I do not know. But let's go back through it again. Let's see if we can find this. I don't think any need for the jump scare. So I'm gonna see if I can get past that part. The only thing, if I bring you back here, I guess the two things I can say is one, I think they did a decent job finding someone to look like Katherine Knight. I feel like it was a little off, but it was like close enough that I was like, okay, yeah, I could see it. Especially when she was older, for sure. Because I think when a lot of this went down, she was in her mid 40s and not like early 50s. I don't say so. Something like that. So this is definitely the older looking Katherine Knight. So there's that. It's not like Richard, to where it looked more like Dave Grohl than Richard Ramirez. Just don't think it's hilarious. So there's that, and also just seeing her at the gas station here, I think reminds me of something I read, something about when she was going back after her husband. I don't know if it was ex-husband, the only guy she actually married. Um, like she like I don't know if she kidnapped somebody, but she took someone hostage pretty much and forced them to drive her back to the place, and like she managed to escape, I believe, at like a gas station or something like that. Or it was like an auto mechanic place or some shit like that, slash gas station or something. I don't fucking know. Because she was gonna kill the dude that helped her husband or ex-husband at the point, I don't remember, escape from her and whatnot. And then she was gonna go there and kill her ex-husband and her ex-husband's mother. And then she ended up living with them because they took her back. Anyways, so that's what this made me think of. Oh yeah, we're right at the jump scare. That's fascinating. Let's look at this a little bit more. This part scared me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I was just like, oh, okay. I felt like the jump scare coming up, I was gonna freak out, but then like I didn't. I managed to steal myself, but that is some great costume work there. I would say definitely with the contacts in the eyes and everything, the pure blacked out teeth, pretty sick. Assuming this is like the demon inside the head kind of thing, chasing her no matter where she goes kind of thing. I don't know, but hearing this intro though, I was like, oh, we in for it, man. It was just smooth, like almost like some chill step kind of stuff. Just had a great bounce to it. I was just like, okay, yeah, we in it. Oh, this one's gonna be fucking good, man. That's what I was feeling right out the gate. I was like, oh yeah, no, this is gonna be a good one. I do like, I feel like it might be a little overdone, but not to the point where it's just like, okay, she needs to stop or anything. But I do kind of like how she'll like twitch her head to the beat and stuff like that. I think that's a nice effect that she does. Right there, yeah. Now, I don't know if she ever did something like that. I think this might be an artist's interpretation, but like, I think that's to show just kind of the just random everything's fine, the random outburst of anger and rage that she would have. Again, conditioned from her upbringing, because she's acting out because of the hurt inside.
I wanna call you in the dark, taste your burning heart. I hate you.
I don't know what the lipstick is supposed to be. I don't know. I think she kind of had just a general distaste for men. Because I read something about her mom. First off, her mother describing to her like intimate sexual things that her father would do to her, and then her mother explaining how she like hated men and like did not care for sex or whatever. And then her mother later told her husband on their like the day they were getting married, just like, there's something wrong with her. It's like there's a screw loose. I was like, yeah, I wonder where it fucking came from. You know, put those two together. That's weird. Anyways, so I don't know if the lipstick's supposed to be some kind of representation of that, and then she just goes crazy with it and starts drawing all over her face, and at one point like slitting her throat with it kind of thing. You know, like red blood cutting. Yeah, symbolism I saw there. Just looking at the first lyrics here. I want to cut you in the dark, taste your bleeding heart, because I mean she was kind of described as a cannibal because she did chop the dude up, cook him up, and attempt to feed him. Was going to attempt to feed him to the kids. She got caught before that, and was going to eat it herself. But then, at least that's what the theory was. But then never did. The plate that was just randomly in the backyard of her husband. Though it did sound like she was a good cook, man. Besides the human parts, because reading what she made, like a great fucking meal. I'm just gonna throw that one out there. Like fucking mashed potatoes and cabbage and a bunch of other vegetables and shit. Like sounded great until the human parts got put in there. And there's gravy and stuff, which was I think was what at the end was supposed to represent the meal of her husband that she cooked. Anyways, sorry. Taste your bleeding heart. I hate you. I want to hang you from the door. Bleed you to the core. I love you. I remember reading in an interview Skynd talking about how Katherine's trigger was love. Like love would trigger her to these kind of things. And that's weird because usually you don't think of like someone feeling love and that makes them want to hurt, you know. Like it's an interesting trigger to have. So I think that's why the first off, the symbolism of cannibalism and, like, you know, like hanging upside down like a cow, like a cattle, when you cut them and watch the blood drain out, which is what they do in factories, by the way. And then, you know, I love you, like love and hate seem to be simultaneous with her, so I like that lyrics. I can never get enough of, comma, you. Deep inside you feel the same way too. She probably separates that. That's why I love this comma's there. I will always love you times 2. I want to taste you on my lips, tear you into bits. I hate you. I want to get under your skin, tear you limb by limb. I love you. Pretty much kind of just going over the same things here. Yeah, and then of course at the end when the camera turning upside down, which I feel like they did a few too many times, but I get it. Again, going back to that cattle thing, hanging upside down, skin you dry, tear you down. Yeah, and then just kind of in the name of love, I will always love you again. Love being her trigger and whatnot. Continuing. Oh, by the way, this I can find the knives. I think was like, it's a picture of hers, but she's kind of playing with the knives and whatnot. It's like a picture for like one of, I just think like their picture in general, and it makes sense that it comes from this video because first off, this should be a warning sign for any guy. If I'm gonna just tell you guys, if you're like getting intimate with this woman, you go back to her place and she's got knives hanging up above her bed. That's not right. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. We back. Sorry about that. My roommate got back early and my dog was making the squeals of the damned, like she does when someone that she knows comes home. And I was just like, it's too early for my dog to be squealing like an unholy banshee dog. So I'm gonna go make sure that that's my roommate. Why is he home 2 hours early? You know. So I had to go check that. I don't remember what I was saying. I mean, I know kind of what I was going for. I don't remember what is there or not, but pretty much at the, you know, they used that picture of all the knives and whatnot as one of their albums or whatever, like chapter 1 and 2, I think it was, or some shit like that. I don't know. And it's fitting that it comes from this one because apparently Katherine had a bunch of knives over her bed and whatnot, which I was just talking to my roommate about, like, what would you do if you saw that? And he's like, I don't know. I was like, you know, I kind of like knives, so like that's cool and stuff. Like, you know, what, you know, some people are weird. I was just like, yeah, me personally, if I saw a bunch of knives, I'd be like, well, it's nice knowing you. I'm leaving. I'm not gonna trust that you just have that for a cool design. Bye. But that's just me personally. Anyways, continuing forward.
Lead you to the core. I love you.
I like that. Yeah, no, I like that kind of. I'm pretty sure this time when I say chromatic, it's correct. I don't know if it was the other times or not, but that very chromatic, like downward stepwise motion, chromatic motion, in there. It's very. I've heard that from someone, I can't really remember, but it's like it creates this really cool musical effect. And I heard that, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool right there. I like that. It's also very creepy. Here's that pause there. That's where that comma was. Okay, let's go back before the old lady's taking her clothes off, which I'm glad they didn't go farther with, because I didn't want to see any of that. Well, hey, that's father. I thought that was one of the kids or something, but I forgot about father. So I don't know what this outfit is. It looks kind of, I want to say Asian. I'm not 100% positive about that. I don't know what the weird eyebrows is for, and like almost looks like a Hitler stash. Like I don't I don't know what she's going for this look. I don't know what it's supposed to represent, but it looks almost borderline offensive. I think it's a little weird. But the part that's happening right here, where like the anger and stuff turns into lust, and they start fucking and whatnot, which again, I think a lot of guys are willing to put up with a lot of stuff. Because like, I'm sorry, if a girl is taking out a knife and is even looking like she's like threatening towards me, I'm not gonna be like, okay, what's fuck? You know what I mean? I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm out. Not only am I getting a restraining order, I am going into hiding. No one's going to know where I'm running from, and goodbye. You know what I mean? Like, I would attempt to get the knife and run like unholy hell, bust the door open, never look back, and just fucking bolt as fast as I fucking can. I don't know who's like, oh, you know, this is fun. Let's fuck. Bitch, just try to stab you, man. What the fuck's wrong with you? I don't know who's crazier in this scenario, men or women, or both. You know what? Why even try to separate it by two specific genders? Humans are fucking crazy. Like, it's not men or women or who's crazy. The humans are just fucking insane. Like, it's insane for one to be like, I love you, I want to stab you in the fucking chest to show my love because you upset me slightly. Or the other one would be like, man, whatever, she tried to stab me, but like, yeah, it's cool, let's fuck. Both sound absolutely batshit fucking insane to me. Continuing on. But right now the music, it has this airiness to it. It's kind of beautiful. It's very slow. It's very chill, and I'm ready for it to go somewhere. So right now I'm like it's building, and I'm waiting to see where it goes, because like they're doing a great job building it and having this voice that she's doing right here. It's very, oh god, that's a horrible place to stop. No, lady, please keep it close on. Has this very interesting hollow sound to it, which is pretty cool, and I'm just waiting for it to go somewhere. Well, let's have it go somewhere. God, please no. Also, I'm hearing a harmonization that's not hollowed. Has some special voice. It sounds kind of sounds like a higher, kind of nasally, creepy voice. It sounds like it's harmonizing a little bit with what she's doing right now, which is kind of cool. Right there.
I want to taste you on my lips.
What's that song? Dun dun dun. No, this is the song. I feel like I've heard that somewhere. I feel like I've heard that in like for some reason I'm going like Ariana Grande song, or like I feel like this has a little bit of a poppy element to it, which is kind of interesting. I don't know. Just throwing that out there.
I want to taste you on my lips, tear you into bits. I hate you. I want to get under your skin.
That fucking smile that she just did was insane. Yeah, that right there. There's that picture alone. Whew, that just like, what's the word she just said? Skin. I'm looking for skin here. I want to get on your skin, tear you limb from limb. Just that smile when she says skin, that like, oh, it's fucked. And then of course the kids. First off, I don't know who kept. I don't know if back in the 50s. Well, this was a lot of the 80s. I don't know if back in the 80s like they just like condoms weren't a thing, but I don't know who kept like, this bitch keeps trying to stab me and kill me and destroy my stuff. I'm gonna get her pregnant again. I don't know why people kept getting this girl pregnant. I don't know, they just didn't believe in condoms or birth control of any kind. It was the 80s. Who knows what kind of levels of those they had and how effective they were, but like this girl had so many kids. But yes, bringing the kids in because like these poor kids are fucked, dude. Like, just like, even if you didn't understand in the moment, learning later that your stepmom, your mother and or your stepmother killed your father or your stepfather, whether it was her kids or his kids, sliced off his fucking head and then was going to feed it to you. It's gonna fuck you up for the rest of your life. So it's interesting to see this innocence here, but you have kind of skinned behind just sitting there just as this darkness that's just ever present. I think that's kind of cool effect. Again, the video is awesome. Still waiting for the drop to happen. Still waiting for something to go somewhere. I assume this is supposed to be maybe her oldest daughter or whatnot. It's kind of gazing into like, what's wrong with my mother? Like, what's wrong? You know, not like, what's wrong with you? No, what's fucking wrong with you? And mentally. It just kind of seemed to be the scenario going down here that I read from this. That face to me kind of like, to me is like a scenario. What would happen if she fed their father to them? And they're just kind of like, this tastes weird kind of face is what I imagined when I saw that. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? And here's where I expected the drop to come. That nice sort of, and then we start getting to some interesting little hits like, you know, kind of creepy shit going on and stuff. I was waiting for the heaviness to come. Like halfway through the song, I'm waiting for it to actually go somewhere, and it feels a little weird that I'm saying that, but I thought we were here. I thought this was what was gonna happen. Those little hits, small little industrial like hits, and of course it's hard to see, but they do little flashes of like that demon creature that they had from like first off from the beginning of this video. But it was a different back in like Gary Heidnik. That kind of like little demon monster creatures just kind of following her around, and you know, when the demons are coming out of her and whatnot. Really cool. Again, very cool video effect that they got going on here. Popped in again there. Yep, there it is. Creeping over. Again, like it's still building. It's still building, and I was just like, oh, okay. It's getting to the point where it's coming, and now it's building it to like we know it's coming. Again, I think they did the spinning way too much in this video. That's the only critique I would probably say about the video, but like I get it. I get why.
Skin you dry, chew you down, hang you up, upside down, skin you dry.
Almost like lifts up the knife. I feel like that's supposed to be the drop. And it just, for almost 3.5 minutes of build-up, for that to be the drop, it just didn't really drop hard enough for me. And it didn't really go anywhere after it dropped either. It just kind of keeps just the same thing, just again and again and again and again and again and again and again, and then it's over. It's just, I don't know. I think that this one musically is more for the art than for the songness quality of it. I feel like it's purely just created for the art of the video, and it doesn't, to me, it doesn't really stand alone as its own song, which is why I don't think I'll be coming back to it. It's not bad. It's just like, I don't know. It feels a little flat to me personally, but that's just me. But I do really like those heavy chord change downbeats, dum, 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 you know, kind of just chord after chord moving upwards, just like they're really powerful, musically really powerful. But I don't know. I feel like we would have needed a bigger drop to get to the point where that was like a really strong foundation. It was going somewhere, and it just, to me, it's like, oh, like this could be so good. It's just like it didn't arrive strong enough, in my opinion. And that's kind of a problem I'm having with it. Back down, going up again. I don't know if you can see it on my face. Just kind of the like it was so close. It was like so fucking close to like really having something, some real good substance there, and just like to me, it's like here's the mark, and it's just like barely not hitting it. It's like it's so close to be like yes, oh, good stuff here. It's just I don't know. It's falling a little short for me. It's falling a little short of the mark for me. I don't know. Just like at this point, right when it's about to end, with the breakdown, with the drop was supposed to be, I was ready for it to go somewhere else, and then it kind of had this stop, and then it went to that other place, and again I feel like that other place wasn't the next level for the song. Kind of felt like the same level, so it didn't feel like this arrived anywhere to me. It didn't feel like it went anywhere, or at least enough of somewhere for me musically, and it's just okay, dog. You know, it's just an okay for me. Like it needs to go somewhere with how much it's still building right here, and it doesn't. And then it goes somewhere, but it's like at the same level where it just was. It's not more intense. It's not different. It's whole completely. But the notes themselves are fantastic. Like it sounds good. It definitely sounds good. Like none of this sounds bad. It's just like structurally didn't feel like the song really went anywhere or landed anywhere. Like it's kind of like the first half is the same, and then they changed it up a little bit and went a little bit further. But then it just stayed that way for the last half, and it just I don't know. It's weird. It's just weird to me. But the singing that she's doing right now is very pretty. It's very beautiful. It's good, for sure, and I like it. I like what's happening. It's just as the whole song as a whole, it's just like it's just not doing it for me personally. Yeah, where the fuck that was? That thing crawled up on him and started like I don't know, like ripping parts off of his skin or something. I'm not sure. Started drinking his blood or something. Crazy. And then it turns out to be her, and she's there with the thing. Something about like he tried to escape, but like eventually he was just either too weak from the 37, I believe, stab wounds. Something like that. And she like pulled like something. It wasn't determined, but it looks like, unless he was crazy enough to go back in, it looks like she like dragged him back into the house because he like got out. But I don't think he was strong enough, so this is kind of that part of him trying to escape and her just like bringing him back like nope, and just stabbing everyone else. I love that. I love those chord changes. Strong. Throat. Yeah. It's also getting a little too repetitive here for me. That fade away is very beautiful, though. I will give it that. I will give it that for sure. The fade away is very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Video-wise here, I kind of really liked how long it dwelled on the fact that like just like recovering from the event and whatnot, because I don't know, it was stated that she like wasn't really conscious of what she was doing when she killed the dude, and like something about when the events were described of what she did to him, she like freaked out so bad they had to sedate her in the middle of the trial because they refused to let her leave, which they tried like, oh, when we describe the events, like, she shouldn't be present, blah blah blah, and they're like, no, like, she has to understand what she did, you know, the gravity of what she did. She was freaking out so bad they had to sedate her or some stupid shit like that. So I really like the focus in here on just like the calm down from what the realization of what just happened kind of thing. I think again, video wise, a very nice touch. I can't really skip that much. And then this, I have to assume some of the ingredients, I'm not 100% positive what these are without seeing them complete and whatnot, but I assume that this has to do with the meal and whatnot she was preparing for them. Yeah. All right, so that was Katherine Knight, and I gotta say, like, I don't know, at the current state, maybe I'll change my mind the more I listen to it without the video, because that can definitely change things up. That does put a new element on it. It does put a new spin to it. Maybe my opinions will change on it, but as we sit here at the current moment, I thought the video was really good. It was definitely a step in the right direction compared to Richard Ramirez. Nice details that they added in for sure. Lyrics were okay. They weren't bad. They definitely had a goal that they wanted to go with it. And they stuck to it for sure. Can't fault them for that. Just musically, I saw the light flick. The current moment, it was just okay. It was just okay. You know, it didn't wow me. It wasn't like, oh, this song is fucking the shit. It was good. There was some good elements to the music, and there was some really catchiness to it. And there was definitely some good elements to it. But as a structured song from beginning to end, I just didn't feel like it went anywhere, and that kind of ruined it for me a little bit. But there you go. 2 more songs to go in chapter 2. We'll probably start from the first one, which I don't know who that is between Tyler or Jim. Not sure. Well, I'll find that out. We'll listen to that one first, and then finish it out with the one after that, the one that came right before Katherine. I assume it's Tyler then Jim, but I'm not 100% positive. I don't remember. So we're definitely going to listen to those 2 next. Well, not today, some other time. I usually go a week or 2 in between these ish. Yeah, we'll get to those 2, finish out the last songs, and then we'll be like everyone else who is a huge fan of Skynd, which apparently, I guess they call themselves the Skyndicate. Pretty cool name, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's like a group on Facebook or some shit. I don't fucking know. But I'll be in the same boat with everyone else, just waiting for the next Skynd song to drop. And you better believe it that we're gonna be there on like day 1-ish, maybe day 1 or day 2, whenever it drops. Hopefully it'll show itself up in my feed or something. I'll be like, fuck yeah, and we'll be there on day 1. But till then, we have some Tyler and Jim to listen to. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I